After years of internet speeds like these shown here, we finally got a fiber internet connection. It went live yesterday. This is just a video to show what to expect from your new internet and help you decide which package will suit you for your household's needs. The speed test shown is probably as good as it has ever been over the years, as everything seems to require the internet these days. The old connections just don't seem able to cope anymore, especially in busy households. Go to Virgin Media's website and enter your postcode to see if it is available in your area. If it is, then proceed to check which packages are available. Even if you aren't an O2 customer, you can choose these O2 customer packages, and you also get a pay monthly O2 SIM. The SIM is £6 per month, but you pay the discounted price for your fibre package. Effectively a free SIM. We did this and swapped a SIM to O2 from Sky, which saved us £8 a month and gave more mobile data than we had on Sky. All in, we saved £12 per month switching to Virgin Fibre, gained way faster internet speeds, and 4 gig of mobile data per month. If you are interested in Virgin Fibre, please use the link in the description to save even more. You will get £60, and I will also get £60 if you sign up using the link. Here are a couple of example speed tests. The speed test clips are sped up by 300%. Please note the ping and loaded ping if you are an online gamer. Here I do a game download through Steam. This is where it shows that faster isn't always needed or of any benefit. If anything, it proves you are wasting your money paying for a faster connection than can be used. Just because you have a 1 gig connection doesn't mean you will always get a file at 1 gig if the supplier can't send it at that speed, as is the case here. Also, the file is being written to disk. This game, Ride 3 on PC, is 24 gig in size. I will download the whole thing and let you know how long it took from start to finish. I did download a whole game yesterday that was 40 gig in size, and that flew in with few speed drops and took 7 minutes. The objective of this is not to get an example of a perfect download, but to show real world how much of the 1 gig is actually used when using Steam. The game yesterday peaked briefly at 630 meg, but held around 400 meg more constantly than this one currently is able to. I'll trim this clip and come back at the end with the result. A single user would be perfectly happy with the 350 meg package. We went with 1 gig, but even after 1 day, I have realized that 500 would be ideal for our usage. It's like everything computer related, you always want the biggest number, but it isn't always the best for your needs. I don't regret getting 1 gig, especially at the offer price, but at the end of the contract I'll definitely drop to 500 meg. I would not have said that 2 days ago. The 2 gig offering, and yes, I did consider it, would just be overkill. It would be like owning a supercar but never being able to get out of traffic. The other downside was to reach 2 gig in speed I would have to upgrade my LAN card, as the on-board one I have is rated to 1 gig. Since I have found that downloading on the likes of Steam doesn't even max this 1 gig out, I'm now glad I didn't. I would also like to add the whole process from ordering to install was seamlessly handled by Virgin Media. They communicated efficiently at every step, and the staff were friendly and knowledgeable, especially the fella who did the final install. Virgin aren't paying me to say this, it is from my experience. I suppose you could Google for horror stories like with anything these days, so all I can tell you is how it went for me. So if you are considering Virgin Media, please consider using the link in the description to do so, and we both benefit. The results in, it took 11 minutes from clicking install to completion. The downside to having Virgin and no other option is you can only get Virgin services through their cable. The other fiber option being rolled out is BT Openreach. To check if you can get it or if it is being rolled out in your area, go to openreach.com/fiber-checker and enter your postcode. If OpenReach is available or coming soon, then your options and choice of provider just got a lot better. Here is an example of one provider's offerings, but many others are available. If you have old broadband, definitely upgrade to a fiber package if you can. You will probably end up paying less initially, but you get more value for your money. Like me, you have been paying top dollar for what has now become a substandard, frustrating experience, so do it now. Think about what your household needs, how many of you there are, and what type of users they are, and get a package that suits at a price you can afford. Any unused bandwidth is a waste of your money and will just sit untapped into most of the time, so why pay to have it sat there? Other than for bragging rights, it's not much use. We share 1 gig, that's 250 each. 125 each would be more than enough. The only time on a 500 meg connection that we might feel it is if my son clicks download on a game and takes 400 meg of the 500. But what you have to remember is it takes 10 minutes now and not the 5 hours or so it used to download stuff, and we could live with that. Thank you for watching, and I hope it helped in some way. I know it wasn't the most in-depth deep dive, but sometimes I find that can just complicate things.